What up, y'all? It's your girl, Rara Butterfly, here today to do your daily message. This video is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, anywhere in your chart. If the message does resonate for you guys, you know what to do. Hit that like, comment, subscribe button. If you are subscribed, make sure you turn on the notification bell so you can keep up with my content. If you want a personal, you can use the description box down below. And Virgo, 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 Virgo. We're going to go ahead and jump right on into it, okay? Right out the top, Virgo, I'm getting that somebody here, child, Virgo, okay? Maybe they have you in your feelings or you have them in their feelings, okay? Either way, no matter what this is, Virgo, I'm hearing fumbled the bag, lost, blew it, okay? Taking the L, whichever way, if this is love, work related, whatever it may be for you, Virgo. I feel like don't get your panties too far up in the wide, okay? Don't get too caught up in it, or this is what this person needs to, do. I'm hearing reality check, okay, Virgo? I'm hearing that the choice of perception is yours, Virgo. How you choose to look at this situation is up to you. Did you take a loss, or did you really just realize what you need to do better or what you don't want, okay? Is there something else more for you, okay? So, Virgo, you could really never take a L, okay? I'm hearing that I could never lose. What you mean? Yeah, Virgo, you can never lose. What you mean? I feel like, Virgo, you come with your own shit. You come with your own car, your own crib, your own, mindset, you bring your own shit to the table in one way or the other. But I feel like you dealing with this energy here where you guys speak two different love languages here, okay? What this person seems to deem as or value as petty or as broke, as low vibrational, Virgo, you may not see it that way, okay? So I just feel like whatever this is, Virg, you're going to be, something is about to be finalized. Whatever this contract is, whatever this is that you're letting go of, separating from, it don't just necessarily have to be love, okay? But the numbers 543 could also be significant, and the color blue for you guys, okay? Now, Virgo, I feel like whatever this is, you letting go of one thing, you moving on from something, child. And like I said, I could never lose. What you thought, okay? Because you're getting approved for something else, okay? Something better is coming in. I feel like, Virgo, somebody wanted to give you the bare minimum, or whatever this was you was going to accept, it was going to be the bare minimum. And Spirit was like, nope. Spirit was like, nope, you deserve more. And if it wasn't spirit, then that's what your soul is telling you. That's what your mind is telling you. That's what your body and your heart is telling you, okay? So I'm getting something, especially if you guys have been dealing with a situation where even though it's something that you want, even though it's something that you've been asking for, or even if things seem to be all good, it's something there that seems to be missing, or something that just kind of has you at a point of like wondering, or doubting, or going back and forth. And I feel like that's how you really know, okay? Because when something is really for you, peace be still, Virg, okay? When somebody really wants you, when somebody's going to, when you guys keep questioning, how do you know what I should be doing, when it brings you peace? Okay, I'm not saying that it doesn't come with obstacles. I'm not saying that it doesn't come with, challenges. It definitely can. But at the end of the day, you should still be able to move through those challenges and obstacles with peace. Okay, knowing that this is what it is at the end, signed, stamped, and delivered. Okay, because both parties are going to be on the same page. What you're putting your energy into, if this is work related, is going to reciprocate the same thing. Okay, even if it's slow progress, that's okay. You're getting something back out of it. At this point in your life, Virgo, everything should be coming with a return. Okay, whether it's people, things, whatever, okay? Because you've already put up with enough abuse. You've already put up with too much bullshit behind closed doors not to have peace in your life at this point, okay? Now, that brings me to another point here, Virgo. Let's say somebody here, they coming back into your life, or there's something here that's coming back around, right? I feel like, Virgo, let's use a person. Let's say that, Virgo, they know that whatever caused y'all to separate in the beginning, okay, or whatever chaos they met you in, whatever state that they met you in, they knew what it was before they took it on, before they decided to come around, before they decided to come back, before they decided to present you with an opportunity, before they decided to take on whatever commitment that is attached to you, okay? So Somebody already knew what that was. Signed, sealed, and delivered. But at the end of the day, Virgo, it's almost as if they coming in with this type of requirement for there to be peace. But it's like, okay, well, how could you know what you taking on and you think that it's going to be peaceful? If you know who I am, if you know what I've been through, if you know the suffrage, if you know the pain, if you know the heartbreak, if you know the disappointment, if you know the letdowns, why would you really think that you're coming into this situation and I'm going to be at a state of peace? Yes, I'm in a state of peace of living without you. I'm at a state of peace with living, living without what I feel that is owed to me, what I desire. But that don't mean that when I'm given a little piece of it, that I'm going to be at this state in my life. No, that means that that's when all of this really starts showing up. You get what I'm saying? That's when the doubt really start kicking in, because now you can't even believe that the peace is here. Now you can't even believe the contract is here. Now you can't believe that you being approved. So that's when them insecurities really start showing up. That's why when you guys, y'all think that Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Trina, I don't give a fuck who, Future, Drake, you think when they get up on the stage, they still don't feel nervous, they still don't have anxiety, they still don't have doubts? Yeah. You think when they don't get the biggest contracts in their lives, they don't start wondering and going back and forth, or, getting frustrated because they want to put the best foot forth, and that actually sometimes can, create, extra obstacles or extra letdowns and disappointments around people that's around them? They do, okay? So now that I can kind of calm back and tone down the energy, I feel like that's a key point, Virgo, because somebody that you're talking to, you feel like you have to be like, no, and you have to explain. And it's almost in the sense of where you do, because they truly don't get it, Virgo. But it's almost like, I don't know, it's like, Virgo, this person does not think the way that you think. That's why I said don't look at this as another disappointment in love, another disappointment in life, another disappointment around you that you're failing, and you've always failed. You're always going to fail. You're never going to have it your way. You will. Look at it as a reminder of, okay, that's another lesson that I learned. That's something else I don't need, something I don't want. Now I get that part. Because a lot of times, Virgo, you understand the connections, you see the connections, but you don't get the connections, if that makes sense. Whether that's a connection to your family, your love life, your career, your future, this present moment. You don't understand. You don't get these certain things. You understand it because you see it, but you just don't get it. And the reason that you don't get it is because you put faces on it. You put titles on it. You put labels on it. And once you're able to remove those things and still keep that mind frame of, okay, I still deserve, I'm still attracting what I want, that's when you'll start seeing changes in your life with the energy when it comes to that, okay? But I do, Virgo, I feel like, baby, somebody here is having a lot of dark thoughts, suicidal thoughts here, Virgo. Okay, I'm also getting that there's shame. That's the reason why they can't contact you. That's the reason they're not coming in. That's the shame that they carry in, Virgo, because they know. Okay, they're going to let you feel like it's your fault. They're going to let you feel like you did something wrong. It's you, it's not me, and all of this shit, or you're asking for too much, you're doing too much. But really, Virgo, what it is that they don't have anything to give. You get what I'm saying? You could give everything that you wanted to this person, and what it is that they want more out of life. And unfortunately, Virgo, you're not that type of creature. So therefore, that's not somebody that you should want for some of you guys. If this is even a career, they want more than what you're capable to give. When you giving all that you can, your love, your time, your affection, you might not be perfect. You might be, a bitch when you wake up in the morning, or you might get frustrated at nighttime. But at the end of the day, I feel like somebody here is still completing the job. And if somebody can't realize that, Virgo, who does that take away from? You, or does it take away from them? Them. You never take that loss. When you're providing what you should be to the table, Virgo, when you have the table for yourself, regardless they bring to it or not, how could you take a loss? Now, if you trying to make your table fit with somebody else's, Virgo, if you like, hey, I got my table, you got your table, but let's make these tables fit in this dining room. If they not willing to do that, then Virgo, that's what it is, because it's like somebody wants you to bring everything you have. They want you to bring your table, but they want you to go put your table in the goddamn, in the back room, in the basement, in the laundry room, and all the places that it don't fit in. They want you to come sit at their table, and they want you to, look, praise them like you needed their table. You don't need their table. You're asking for a seat. That's what they don't understand. So Virgo, what is the loss? Because most people don't ask for a seat, Virgo. That's what this person is still not realizing. They're not asking for a seat. What this person is not realizing is that most people don't have the table. Most people not willing to go ahead and be like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put my little table over here on the back shelf. Even though my little table then got me through everything, my little table is going to be here for me no matter what. I'm going to go ahead and take this risk over here. I'm going to come ask to sit at your table like I really have to. I'm going to put myself in that position. I wouldn't even say humble position. I'm gonna lower my fucking standards at this point because I don't ask anybody to sit at their fucking table when I have my own. And I know that there's people that's going to love to fill up these seats, that's going to love to eat off these plates, that's going to love to bring onto this table, put food on these plates, okay? So Virgo, I feel like this person here, they're almost like, well, that's what you should be doing. But they don't realize, Virgo, the grace and the what you're taking away from yourself to do this for this person. So when you're coming to this person and you a little bit insecure, you a little bit flaky, you a little bit upset, you a little bit agitated, you a little bit of, you know, got that guard up or got that, yeah, I got a little bit something to prove because clearly you don't know who you fucking with. Because if you did, you wouldn't have no problem with me bringing my table over here and we combining this motherfucker. You sit at your end, I sit at my end. But look, here I am at your table because I have love for you, real love. That's why it's another disappointment. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying here, Berg, right? So this person here, what they're going to realize, Virgo, is that when they don't have that table anymore, because it still seems like you have somebody, Virg, that got a lot of fucking, I won't say pride, I won't say confidence. Somebody got, I'm hearing, I learned this when I was a kid in middle school. And what I'm saying is not what I'm hearing, but I learned this saying in Spanish called chipas mis huevos. I might be saying it wrong still. Suck my balls. Okay? Well, Virgo, somebody got big fucking balls. That's key right there, Virg. They got big balls. They got big balls, but there's no foundation behind those balls. There's a dream. There's sports. I'm going to get it by any means. I'm going to do it by any means. But it's just them balls. Male or female, right? Male or female, Virg. Male or female, Virg. Somebody got big balls. Some of y'all Virgos, you got to be careful as well. Your energy is not allowing something. Your spirit, your soul is not allowing something. Even though right now you feel like you've taken a loss, you're going to be thankful here because I feel like, Virgo, somebody truly does not, they truly dislike you. Because why them big balls, that big ball shit is this. It make them feel like they got to start over. That big ball shit, it's almost like, Virgo, it's almost like you just be snatching pride. Oh, you got pride? Come here. Come here. It's like, somebody wants you to play with they want you to abide by the rules of their ego. But your soul, it don't allow that. So every time they come with that ego, you just eat their pride up. Miss Pac-Man. Eat that pride up. Because, Virgo, that's your job. You get what I'm saying? But also, it's at this point of like drinking your water and minding your business. But this is what Spirit is taking someone away here. They trying to tell you, Virgo, drink your water, mind your business. Because I feel like, Virgo, people are trying to reappear in your life that had actually left you in the dirt. People who have actually disappointed you in love. People who you actually thought were going to be there for you. People that you actually took in for your table. People that you fed. People that you believed in. People that you sacrificed for. People that you looked up to. People that you lost your life behind. I don't mean physically. I mean spiritually. People that you went into depression for. People that you went into oppression for. People that you went into overwork mode for. People that made you lose your confidence. These same ones, Virgo, it seems like they're appearing in your life. It does, maybe it has something to do with the Mercury retrograde if we want to take it into all of that. But Virgo, maybe it just comes down to you understanding who you are and taking your flowers and never looking the fuck back. Okay? Yeah, let them come back and be like, hi, Virgo, I miss you. And Virgo, you were this. And Virgo, you were that. Whether they coming in good or bad energy, if they let it all come into you, but it's up to you. Okay? And it's so significant that I'm saying that it's up to you, Virgo. Drink your water, mind your business. Don't look at it as a loss, because I'm looking at this right here, hanging up on my shelf. It's been with me for a few years now. It says, today you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Whatever happens tomorrow is up to you. Okay? So today you might be feeling like it's a loss, but tomorrow it's up to you to feel like you're gonna be in the victory. You're gonna be in the win. You're gonna be in the whatever, on the just side. Okay? So Virgo, that's I feel like that's very important for you guys today. Okay, but when it comes to this disappointment in love, all of these things is coming back towards these people, and some of them, they kind of getting into this big head, Virgo, because they never really expected that you would give them grace. But as the queen and the king that you are, Virgo, you always show grace. Okay, you always do. But one thing, as the king and the queen that you are, Virgo, is that when it comes to love, when it comes to war, when it comes to battle, when it comes to, you know, sitting on that throne and standing on it, that there's no number for casualties. Off with their head. If that's who gotta die in order for me to remain, if that's what has to die in order for me to remain, off with their heads. Brady, I wish you would. Go sit down. Okay? So if somebody doesn't understand that, Virgo, they don't understand that side of you that, look, I bring this to the table too, then look, there's no sense for them to even try to make this work. And there's no sense for you to even wonder what the fuck you doing wrong. You're not doing anything wrong, Virgo. You asking to be treated how you deserve. You asking to be treated. If somebody is like, Virgo, you my queen. I'm your king. Treat me like a king. If they looking at you and they want you to treat them like a king, they only have 3 ways to really view you. Okay? They viewing you as either their queen, okay? The seeds of their queen, the seeds of them, maybe more than 3 ways, okay? The hand to them, okay, which is the friend, the mentor, okay, the counsel, whatever, or the motherfucking peasants that's gonna do this. Why the fuck do you guys think that kings, they parents picked who they was gonna go be with? Because they was like, no, you're not finna go pick no peasant. And I hate to call it what it is, but some of the peasants are the greatest. But you're not going to go pick no commoner to rule the world. You're going to have to go pick somebody with the same standards, the same morals, the same values. I don't care if y'all came from different backgrounds, but some type of same knowledge background that you have, that we have. If not, it's not going to work. Because guess what? If I go get this person over here that bows down, they going to bow down to anybody that bow down to them. You need somebody that has a backbone, that fights back, that stands up. If a masculine is asking for a stand-up woman, you gotta best believe that's not a woman that goes sit down, be quiet, and shuts up. No. If a masculine wants a type of woman, and same thing for a feminine. If a feminine wants a masculine male, somebody that can protect her and lead her, she gonna have to learn in what moments do she need to let her man lead and when she need to sit down and be quiet. Okay? But if you got somebody here that's like, well, you know I'm at work and you know I'm busy doing this and da-da-da-da-da, and they like, all right, cool, I'm at work, I'm doing this, I'm doing that over here too, and I'm still commanding, demanding, or asking for a certain amount of attention, a certain amount of time, and if that's not being reciprocated, now it's this. Because you got to think about it. No matter what the position is, if we both bring in something equal, if we both bring in the yin and yang, if we both bring in whatever to the table. Some of you guys, it's a marriage, right? If you are a stay-at-home mom You cook, you clean, you taking the kids to school, or you take care of the, you know, priorities around the house. You take care of the schedule. You take care of your person. Every time they go on the trip, they suitcases packed. Every time they get home from dinner, from lunch, for breakfast, you got meals cooked. They coming into a clean house. You're sucking and you're fucking like nothing else in the motherfucking world. You're down for whatever with this person. Okay, well, you might not be paying the bills, but motherfucker, goddamn, you sure holding up a lot. Holding up a lot. If that take you away at that motherfucking, you lead them to do all that, bet you they come to that house dirty. Bet you they ain't gonna know what to do with the kids. Bet you the finances start falling apart. Bet you the whole world be looking like, what the fuck? See, people don't really know what it is until it's gone. Okay, and a lot of times, Virgo, I feel like people keep trying to express that to you. Well, you won't know what it is until I'm gone, Virgo. But that's because they really have never truly had the chance to really miss you. Why? Because you are always available. So Virgo, this is not a loss. It's not a disappointment. And in the moment you can start looking at that in your love life or any aspect of your life, you're not going to feel like this loser. Okay, everything is going to be, I accept the next challenge. I'm ready for the next move. What's next? Who's next? Who's next? Okay, Virgo. So I feel like, you know, oh, I got a song for you guys before I let y'all go. So I have a song by y'all, Cardi B, today. I don't know if we done her in a minute, okay? But be careful. These are the lyrics, okay? It says, yeah, be careful with me. I want to get married like the Cyrus, Steph, and Aisha, I want to get married like the Currys, Steph and Aisha shit. But we more like Belly, Tommy, and Keisha shit. Gave you TLC, you want to creep and shit. Poured out my whole heart to a piece of shit. Man, I thought you would have learned your lesson by liking pictures, not returning texts. I guess it's fine, man. I get the message. You still stutter after certain questions. You keep in contact with certain exes. Do you, though? Trust me, nigga, it's cool, though. Said that you was working, but you out here chasing culo and putas, chilling poolside, living two lives. I could have did what you did to me a few times. But if I did decide to slide, find a nigga, fuck him, suck his dick, you would have been pissed. But that's not my MO. I'm not that type of bitch. And karma for you is going to be who you end up with. Don't make me sick, nigga. The only man, baby, I adore. I gave you everything. What's mine is yours. I want you to live your life, of course. But I hope you get what you dying for. Be careful with me. Do you know what you doing? Whose feelings you hurting and bruising? You gonna gain the whole world, but is it worth your girl that you losing? Be careful with me. Yeah, it's not a threat, it's a warning. Be careful with me. Yeah, my heart is like a package with fragile label on it. Be careful with me. It says, care for me, care for me. I always said that you'd be there for me, there for me. Boy, you better treat me carefully, carefully. Look, I was here before all of this. Guess you acting out now. You got an audience. Tell me where your mind is. Drop a pin. What's the coordinates? You might have a fortunate, but lose me. You still gonna be misfortunate, nigga. Huh? Tell me. This love got you fucked up in the head. You want some random bitch up in your bed? She don't even know your middle name. Watch her, cause she might steal your chain. You don't want someone who loves you instead? I guess not, though. It's blatant disrespect. You nothing like the nigga I met. Talk to me crazy and you quick to forget. You even got me tripping. You got me looking in the mirror different. Thinking I'm flawed because you inconsistent. Between a rock and a hard place, the mud and the dirt, it's gonna hurt me to hate you, but loving you is worse. So it all stops so abrupt. We switching it up. Teach me to be like you so I can not give a fuck. Free to mess with someone else. I wish these feelings could melt. Cause you don't care about a thing except your motherfucking self. You make me sick, nigga. The only man that I adore. I gave you everything. What's mine is yours. I want you to live your life, of course, but I hope you get what you dying for. Be careful with me. Do you know what you doing? Whose feelings that you hurting and bruising? You gonna gain the whole world, but is it worth your girl that you losing? Be careful with me. Yeah, it's not a threat, it's a warning. Somebody better be careful with me. Dang, y'all better have heard that whole part, cause my phone wanna be on the going dead. Okay, be careful with me. Yeah, it's not a threat, it's a warning. Yes, Virgo, don't forget who you are. Don't forget what you bring to the table. And what if they can't accept that, Virgo, they don't accept to eat at the table at all, because you're going where you're going regardless. Okay? You're not the loss. It's them. Maybe back in 2016, maybe back in 2019, maybe back in 2020, 21, maybe back in 2009, 2015, 14, 13, 10. I don't give a fuck when it was, when you started sleeping on yourself and allowing people to sleep on you, Virg. But you're not there no more. So it ain't no sense to ever going back to that feeling. I don't care what it is that take you there. If it's a denied application at your job, for a house, for a car, for a lover, for a friendship, for children, for whatever it is, Virgo, it don't matter. It's not a loss, it's a gain, because there's something else that's already approved in your fucking name, okay? Hate to have to make a rhyme for you guys, but y'all know I'm from the Dirty D. I'm from Dallas, Texas, okay? Stomp down from the South. I'm telling you, Bird, okay? Let's see what else is up, you guys. Let's see what the cards have to say for my lovely Virgos today. Any other messages coming in from my Virgos? From my Virgos. I'm hearing from my Virgos. I've been hearing that for a little bit, Virgos. People think you a hoe. Whether that's like weakly, that's mentally like weak. You scary. Or people think you a hoe, with that thing. With that snapper chopper. But one thing that is the truth here, Bird, is this, okay? Motherfuckers can't live with you and they can't live without you. Okay, they afraid to go to war, okay? They know what you like when you are at war, okay? Somebody here know, Virgo, you do not play about them. And Virgo, that's how it should be. People should know that. They should think twice before they think about crossing you. Think twice before you think about not playing it nice with the Virgo, okay? Because Virgos often do that. A lot of times, Virgos show a lot of people grace and mercy. That's what people really don't understand about the Virgo. They come through. That's why I talked about coming in and sitting at their table. Virgo will do that, already knowing what time it is. Why? Because Virgo don't have nothing to prove. They know what's on their plate, okay? If you want them to come sit at your table and put some more on your plate, if you want an extra plate to provide, an extra mouth to provide for, that's cool and dandy, but provide. Don't sit here and talk about it. Don't sit here and be like, oh, you ain't bringing nothing to the table. What you sitting here doing? Why you around? What you mean what I'm around? You the one asked me to come sit at your table, because if you wanted to come over here and sit at mine, everything would have been all good. But you want me to play on your rules. You want me to play by your time. You want me to make the sacrifice. You want me to come in with the humility and the loving, giving, nurturing Virgo type of shit that you looking for, okay? Because if not, you would be more than willing and accepting to deal with what I deal with over here at this table. Because best believe, I still got to go over here to this table and wipe up these dishes, put food on it, clean up after that, provide for that, and come sit at your table. So who has more on their plate, me or you? Virgo or them? It seems like Virgo, because Virgo, you willing to deal with all of that, and all they willing to deal with is they shit. Yeah, Virgo, it's not a loss for you. You ain't losing shit. Let them go deal with that. You ain't losing shit. Let them have that. Whoever they trying, and so-and-so, I'm going to go over here with so-and-so. Go over there with so-and-so. If so-and-so think they took your man, let them, because they going to have to deal with that for the rest of their life. You going to always be in so-and-so mind, and that you going to always be in this person's mouth. Every single time, they always gonna think about you. Why? Because Virgo, you carry the weight that nobody else could. Yours and theirs. They want somebody that come with no weight, with no bullshit, with no nothing, and therefore they just that's an extra liability. You are an asset, baby. An asset don't go that way. Don't go that way. If I go and if I gotta pay my house off, baby, do you not understand what that means? What it comes with, the value of it. But every piece of furniture I move up in that bitch, that's a liability. Every person I bring up in that household, that's a liability. Every person I let eat off this table becomes a liability. Virgo, you are the house. They're going to have to pay you off. You're not being brought into shit. And I'm here to remind you of that. Do not forget. Yeah, I got to get crunk every now and then. Y'all know sometimes we on the butterfly and sometimes we on the rah-rah. And Virgo, that is you. In virtual reality, Virgo, you are rah-rah butterfly. Not me, but yes, rah-rah. You with the shit, but you also have that sweet, tender, and nurturing side. But the perception is up to... The perception is up to them to choose. What they come in with is what you get. I don't care if they coming up with roses or not. If they coming in with some flaky, shaky motherfucking snake down energy, your perception gonna choose to see this. I don't know what the fuck is going on with you. My feeling is saying, you coming in with the roses. I like the roses, but I'm still like, something not adding up. Okay, Virgo? But the outside perception and the outside and the real reality of what I just talked about, it's also your perception when you got to walk away from somebody, or if somebody knows that they can't get down on you, because sometimes, Virgo, that's how the enemy does too. Okay? People be getting all this, I'm going to go fuck that Virgo up. They want their revenge, right? They start thinking about it. I'm going to do this to Virgo. I'm going to go snake Virgo. They get a little thought from the devil, from the enemy, from demons and shit, just to come fuck with you in one way or the other. Okay? Then they got to realize it's like they snap back into reality, Virgo, and they be like, no, never mind. The enemy's like, no, Virgo ain't falling for that shit. Virgo ain't falling for the trap. Hold on. Go back home. We not ready yet. We're not ready. I wasn't ready. Yeah, Virgo, anytime they not ready, they being led by I don't know what to call it, okay, an entity, an energy, or something, Virgo, that ain't ready for you. So they either gonna flee or they gonna stay. Because let me tell you, Virgo, when I see you and I see what you bring to the table, I don't give a fuck. If I came in knowing if I came into your household knowing this is your household, Virgo, ain't no way in hell am I finna come in this motherfucker and try to shit where you eat. Ain't no way in hell, Virgo. Ain't no way in hell, Virgo. I'm gonna come up in your house and tell you how to pay how to live, how to maintain your household. Ain't no way in hell, Virgo, I'm gonna tell you to make my plate in your household. If you tell me, Virgo, make your own plate, dog. You here. You're not a guest anymore. You're going to have to make your own plate. And they looking at you upside your head. I would look back. I guess you don't want to eat. Because if I could pay the bills in this motherfucker, cook the meal in this motherfucker, and make my own plate, what the hell motherfucking make you think that you're not going to make one? See, I hope y'all not letting that go over y'all head, Virgo. But I want you to understand, you bring more than substance to a motherfucker, more than substance to the table. People be like, I want somebody with substance. What is substance? If you have substance, that means you have demeanor. If you have demeanor, that means you have character. If you have character, that means you know how to obtain power. Okay? Why? Because you have charisma. Why? Because you have experience. Why? Because you have the patience to sit back, observe, and watch and see what the next person's saying and doing and how they feeling, where you don't get caught up in this. That's why a lot of people be like that. If you hearing that song, Lil Baby, real bosses, they don't talk, they just sit back and listen. He didn't come up with that line. That's been astute in the game since day one. That's been stepped in the game since day one. Real bosses don't talk. They just sit back and listen. But let me tell you one thing about a boss, right? There's two situations every boss gonna come into in their life. Okay? It's gonna be this, A, when you in a room with another boss. We making a deal. We're doing a peace treaty. We're going to do something that makes sense for you and me. But what's understood is that we both bosses here. You bring your table, you bring your team, you bring what you bring, I'm gonna bring what I bring, and we both gonna make it, we gonna make the dream come together, okay? Both them bosses willing to walk away if they don't hear what they want to hear. So nobody knows but what that room is doing, this group that I'm talking about with the boss thing, right? What they don't know is that both of them bosses in the back corner like, shh. Okay, so you already know they gonna say this, they gonna do this. What can we do? We gonna have to make them da-da-da-da-da. And they over here doing the same exact thing. So when both bosses come in the room, they know how to stroke each other's ego to make that deal solid. We don't need to argue. We don't have to pull our dicks out, our swords out. We don't have to call the team and the judges, and we don't do all that. Let's just go ahead and sign the line, because now it's already understood that, look, I can't work without you and you can't work without me, and we're better together than we are apart. Okay. Then you got the other side of the room that a boss will deal with. This is the moment that all bosses have to understand in their life. This is the moment that really tell you what type of boss you are. Are you thoroughbred? Or did you have to work your way up? Because thoroughbreds, they get it to a point where, look, you can have it until it comes down to it. You get what I'm saying? But the ones that have to work their way up, man, oh man, oh man. Oh man, oh man. So, to go back into this room over here, there's only one type of boss, and this defines this is the differentiation between all bosses and the real ones and the ones that got it because they could, okay? Because we all get the same 24 hours. But here we are. Y'all like, say it, rah-rah. Comes a moment with every boss. They get to a point in their life where they start looking at everything. At the table, who's at the table. They seat at the table. One day I'm going to have to get this seat up. Got little Frank buddy over here. Frank been working for me in my company for 20 years. Dedicated. Can't wait to have my seat. If I handed Frank the seat right now, he'd take it and run my company down to the motherfucking ground. Frank, my loyal, loving, hard-working adversary. Frank. Clap Frank on the back. Frank ain't never brought nothing to the table, but Frank knew what to do with it. He kept the table clean. He ate from the plates. He called upon the servants. He did the dirty work. But Frank came to the table when the table was already set. So a real boss would think, Frank might not get this position. I don't know. Then you meet Brenda, the new temp in the office, intern. Ain't even working to get paid. Brenda coming through. Brenda on it. A game there. Brenda like, I done got it out the mud, okay? I ain't thinking about it. I am who I am. But you put Frank and Brenda in the office together, and Frank can't stand Brenda. You ain't been here. You ain't been working. You don't understand the company. You're an intern. You're not shit. But Hefe over here, boss over here, like, hold on though, Brenda. I like what you're saying. I like how you think. There's something in you that I see in me. So guess what, Brenda? Bring your table. Bring your notepad. Bring your shit. Let me hear what you got to say. Brenda like, psh, 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 move over. I'm bringing my table. What'd you say, boss? Here I am. This Frank over here. Now Frank looking at Brenda like, bitch, you know better. And Brenda like, I do, I'm sorry. I'm going to bring my table with me because, they chose me. It chose me. You get what I'm saying, Virgo? Don't matter. Like, if I'm in the situation to choose and I know what I'm going into when I choose, that choice is already solidified before I ever let Frank know. Frank don't got to understand why I made this decision as the boss. Because I see something in you that I could never see in Frank. 10 years down the road or 20 years down the road, right? Frank will never understand that. What's the crazy thing is, Brenda will never understand that. The fuck did he just... What happened? But the only thing that was understood is that Brenda wasn't looking to come in and take the boss's position. Brenda was just asking, hey, boss, look at me for what I am. I'm bringing my table, too. I'm legendary, too. I might not be there either. But look at me, boss. Versus Frank over here with the mindset is that I want to be like that. I'm going to be that. Somebody like, no, accept me for who I am, but I'm at the table. I'm here. I'm willing to work. Let's put our ideas together. Let's do this together. The boss like, yeah, I want that one, that eager one, that want to do the work. But Frank over here not going to get that. And if you're dealing with a boss with a Frank inside of them, they will never understand the Brenda inside of you. Does that make sense, Virg? So that moment comes back to a boss's life when they find somebody who they comfortable with allowing to bring their own table. Meaning, I'm going to accept you for who you are, where you are right now, in this moment. Whether your table could never crush this table. This table, this is set in stone. If I'm a real boss, anything that I choose to do, I couldn't be uncertain of. How could there be a doubt? If I'm the lead of the table, if I get up and move, how can I be in doubt when I make that move? Now I might not, the move might not go how I had planned, but I'm always certain when I make the move, because if not, you don't make that move. Any boss knows that. No, Virgo. Any Virgo knows that. Because Virgos, it's so crazy how people, they demand something real. They demand for you to be authentic. They demand, tell your story. Be yourself, Virgo. Love yourself. And every time you speak your story, every time you are yourself, they the first ones that be like, nope, you can't sit here, Virgo. Be quiet, Virgo. Y'all don't listen. Y'all come over here. Come to my side. Come to my table. Come over here. Don't listen to that Virgo. Virgo's crazy. Virgo's delusional. Virgo is poor-minded. Virgo's a whore. Virgo's a theft. Virgo is broke. Virgo is this. Virgo is that. That's when it goes to all of that, Virgo. But they want you to come in the room as what they could never be. And that's why I did that reading a couple of days ago. What they require of you, the changes they're expecting of you, the changes they're requiring of you, the person they want you to become, the person they need you to be, whatever it is, it's expectation levels that they would never reach for you on your worst day, Virgo. So if you could lead the best of the best, which is starting with yourself, Virgo, that moment when you started sleeping on yourself or you lost confidence in yourself over whatever it is, behind lovers, family, friends, opportunities, education, setbacks, whatever, right? Starting there. If you could count the best out, you, and anything other than that, mother, father, brother, sister, son, cousin, best friend, lover, whoever, if you can count the best out in your life, what the fuck makes you think you can't count out the worst that's trying to show up in your life right now? Whether it's people from your past or people that's coming in at your present moment, Virgo, that's trying to get you to question things. Because when you stood down on it, when you stand still, when you 10 toes down on it, Virgo, you should never question. When a motherfucker leave, it's goodbye. When you leave, it's goodbye. And it's not leaving without feeling feelings. No, you're feeling the feelings. But it's also leaving with the fact that I know what I brought to this table. So if it ever comes to a point where you leaving me, that's your loss. If it ever comes to a point where I gotta leave you, that's your loss. Because Virgo, you've been too graceful, been too kind, been too nice for people to ever think that it's any way around it. The only loss you take now is when you stay too long. When you stay in shit that you know don't feed you, Virgo. When you stay in shit that you know don't serve you. That does not bring you purpose right now. Because I promise you, in these next 10 to 20 years, Virgo, it's all about wins for you. So any loss that you choose, that goes back to that perception, you choose to take, it's up to you, because it's never a loss. It's what's next, who's next, and what's better. Because I bring what I bring to the table. And when you stand on that and you stand in your confidence, Virgo, don't find yourself wavering. Even though things come, and don't worry, we all go through it. But get back on your point. Get back into your mind game. If you got to listen to some, I'm fuckboy free and all that shit, listen to that, okay? If you got to go and listen to some, whatever this is, Father God, I done been betrayed, turned on, whatever, to get you in the mode to make you realize that you're not at fault. It is them. Because a lot of people, Virgo, they gonna look. They wasn't coming in with that idea, okay, with that thought. They came in thinking they was ready, Virg, but they seen they wasn't ready. They're not, okay. I wasn't ready. So now, the only way that they can still walk away with some dignity and some pride and something to go off of is by making you feel like, oh, it's me. It's not them. No, it's still them. It's them. It's still them. It's always been them. It's always been that. It's still that. Been what it is what it is. Whichever way you got to look at it, Virgo. Okay, some of y'all, you thinking about somebody from the past, but some of y'all, it's people coming into your present, people that you ain't expected yet in your future that's coming in here, Virgo, that you really need to be understanding of this about. Because you like, I ain't worried about this person. It might be a motherfucker you start getting worried about that get you off your A game, that get you to feeling like, oh, I'm going to bring my table, I'm going to put my table in the back room and come to your table. Nah, baby, you're going to have to come to this table over here. You're going to have to accept me for who I am, or you're going to have to leave and be gone. And when you leave and be gone, it ain't no loss over here. And see, Virgo, you ain't got to let a motherfucker go. You do you. Be you. You want to fight till the motherfucking, the wheels fall off the motherfucking Cadillac. You do that. But because at the end of the day, more room for you to know when the motherfucker really is gone and you done disappeared and your love is no longer an option. Your time is no longer available. You no longer an option, period. Baby, it won't be no regrets. It won't be no doubts, and it won't be no remorse, period. Okay? Even the better. The harder you fight, the better. Okay? The harder you fight, the better. Because guess what? When they do fall, the harder that motherfucker gonna be too. Especially for those of you guys, people who didn't hit this fall. I was talking about that earlier. People who done got hit at the time, at the prime in their life. And they know, Virgo, damn, if Virgo was here, shit'll be different. They get an opportunity with you again, and they want to act like you supposed to come to them. No, baby, you're going to have to come over here. You're going to have to deal with my shit. All that broken shit that you left me with, all them broken pieces, all that trauma, all that bondage. I don't give a fuck, Virgo, if you had trauma before. They knew that before they walked through the door and they chose you. So to leave you with more, shit, that's even more of a red flag on them. Because if you could choose a Virgo when they broken, when they in their darkness, when they in their madness, that's because you know, you see that potential. But somebody was looking at you like potential ain't shit, Virgo. I'll wait for you to get at your potential. Then they see you living out your potential here, and they over here like, well, Virgo, now you need to come down to mine because I'm over here at Bikini Bottom. No, baby, we're not going to Bikini Bottom. Okay, we're going to Sandy's house where we could breathe. Rather, we gotta wear the helmet, we gotta wear the bodysuit, the whatever it's called here, child. We'll do that, but we're not going to Bikini Bottom. We're going to Sandy's, back to Texas, okay? Because we can still get back home with Sandy. We're not going to sink where we can't breathe. We're not going to die where we can't live. We're not going to try to survive on Bikini Bottom to go hang out with SpongeBob, Patrick, and Mr. Krabs, okay? We're not doing that. We on Dora the Explorer mode. I'd rather go play with swiping, no swiping than go down here to Bikini Bottom because, baby, up here with swiping, no swiping, at least I'm on land. At least I can eat. At least I can see people. At least I can bring the the nutrients and resources that I need to my table than be sitting down here in an environment that I cannot survive in. Baby, you are an earth sign. Don't go down to no water sign level. I'm going to leave it at that, and we're going to let it be that. You can fly with a motherfucking air sign. You can dine with a motherfucking fire sign. But what you cannot do is drown with a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They could never. And your soul said they could never. They want you to sit here and wrestle with their pride and abide by the rules of their pride and their ego here. When your soul said we could never. Your spirit said we could never. Okay? Your spiritual God said we could never. So remember that. We could never. Okay, let them fall back and let them eat every word and every thought that they didn't ever said about you, and you didn't sit here and gave them the opportunity to come back in and have love, have remorse, be a king, be a queen, be a stand-up person. Baby, if it wasn't in them, it won't never be on them. I don't give a fuck how much armor they wear. Motherfucker can come down in the motherfucking knights and armors, gold and flash and jewelry and everything. Why you think there's kings every day? They princes that's supposed to get the title, they get killed before they even get to the throne because they wasn't ready for it. They wasn't made for it. And they could never do it on their worst day or your best day, Virgo. They could never. Okay. Yes. Entitle yourself to that confidence, to that love. And I am the shit, bitch. Think twice before you ever try to make me forget. You better think twice before you try to take away my confidence. You better think twice before you ignore me. You better think message for you guys today, Virgo. Don't give them no room for anything else, because anything else is a punch for you. Okay? A punch for you. You giving them pricks. Don't let them give you punches. Let them feel that, Virgo. You ain't got to give them nothing, because no pricks, no punches, no nothing. Sometimes silence, that's the best revenge a motherfucker could ever see. Sometimes bossing up and letting people see, glad you counted me out. Glad you turned me down. Glad you disappointed me. Sometimes that's the hunger that we need to create that vision that we've been seeing, Virgo. So this is not a setback. This is just a reminder. Some of you guys, you like, why am I getting setback? Ain't no setback. This is a reminder, baby. Don't forget. Don't ever go back. Keep moving forward. I don't give a fuck if it is a setback. There's no setback. It's a comeback and it's a stay back, and it's always that, and that's a fact. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Some of you guys could be rappers, musicians, and artists. See you.